Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. Find a comfortable seated position. Scoot back. Ooh. Hope you're feeling well today, enjoying the sunshine wherever you are. So let's, excuse me, let's channel that sunshine, the energy into our practice this morning. Don't we know what that means? It can mean whatever you want it to mean, in fairness. What energy do you want? Do you want calming energy? Do you want powerful energy? What energy are you looking for today? What kind of impact do you want that to have on your day as well? So as you look ahead, without wanting to be daunted by the amount of stuff you have, focus more on how you want to travel through the day, what you want your journey to be like, and how do you want to experience your day. This is where yoga is actually really good because we can get caught up in our environment, in our circumstances, and we can feel pushed around. Like, if you've seen Forrest Gump, which I really hope you have, that feather at the start that just floats around and is at the mercy of the breeze. And sometimes that breeze can feel like a gale and we're that feather being tossed around. But actually, yoga is all about bringing us back to ourselves, connecting with our body, connecting with ourself, and realizing that we are the constant. We have the ability to experience our circumstances and our environment the way that we would like to. It could be challenging at times, very challenging at times. But a regular yoga practice is about connecting with your body, bringing yourself back to yourself. It's more than just stretches and strength building, it's training the mind and body. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, expand your rib cage and your tummy. And breathing out through your nose, just release your body down, sink into your mat. Take another couple of deep breaths, being conscious of the breath as it goes through your nostrils. Experiencing the cool breeze as it makes your way into your body. And the warm breath that leaves your body. Okay, so we're going to place the right hand on the mat. We're going to go into our side stretch. So breathing in, take the left arm up to the ceiling. And as you breathe out, reaching over to the right, waking up the left side of your body here, giving it a nice stretch. And your next breath in, bring it up. And as you breathe out, float the left hand down to the mat. Next breath in, take the right arm up. And as you breathe out, reaching over to the left. Next breath in, bring it back up. And as you breathe out, float the right hand down. Going to interlink the fingers behind the back, reaching the arms behind us, opening up your chest. And And on your next out breath, just release the hands. Give the hands a shake. Interlink your fingers again, breathing in, reach up to the ceiling, really stretch up. And on the out breath, release the hands, float them very gently back to the mat. Okay. So we're going to start today's practice on all fours. So if you'd like to come onto your hands and your knees, knees below your hips, hands below your shoulders. We're going to continue to wake up our spine and our torso with some cat-cows. So breathing in, head and tailbone up. And as you breathe out, arch the back, tuck the head and the tailbone under. As always, continue at the pace of your breath. Close your eyes if you wish. Really connect to the way your spine is moving through this flow. Bring it back to centre. We're going to take the cat for a walk. So we're going to take our hands and walk them around to the right side. So it's almost like you're doubling back on yourself. You're looking over your right shoulder. You should feel a lovely stretch down the left side of your body. And then we'll walk our hands back to centre. And then take the cat for a walk over to the left side. And walk the hands back to centre. Walk the hands forward about a foot. And we're going to take the hips, take them down to the floor. So you're really pushing your shoulders away from the floor here. And your hips are letting gravity do the work. So the hips are making their way down towards the mat. And you're into a bit of a spine bend. I believe this is puppy. You should feel a lovely stretch through your stomach, remaining strong in your shoulders here. If the pinching in your lower back is painful, then just come out of pose. On the next breath in, take the hips up. And then as you breathe out, we're going to sink back onto our heels into extended child's pose. So keeping the hands where they were. And then we're going to do a little bit of a flow here. So working with the breath, as you breathe in, bring the hips up to all fours. And as you breathe out, sink the hips to the floor, raising the head up to the ceiling. Breathing in, bring the hips back up to all fours. And as you breathe out, taking it back into extended child pose. Breathing in, bring it back up. And as you breathe out, back into puppy. Breathing in, bring the hips up. Last time, breathing out, back into extended child's pose. So rest your forehead on the mat here. Just take a couple of breaths. Feel the stretch through the sides of your torso and your back. Breathing in, bring it up to all fours. And while we're here, we're going to go into plank. So if you need to adjust at all, then do so in order to get the plank you need. Otherwise, tuck the toes under, raising the knees up into plank. So strong through the shoulders, tailbone tucked under, abs drawn upwards towards the spine. And if you can, find a way to check in with yourself. If your bum's too high, you'll feel more weight in your arms. If your bum's too low, you'll feel a bit of discomfort in your lower back. This is about really engaging your core here. Continue to breathe. Try and relax your facial muscles. And if you need to come down, just come down onto your knees, take a rest. You can always join us again when you want to. Then we're going to take the hips up into downward dog for a rest. So, as always, feel free to pedal out those legs if you wish. And while we're here, we're going to go into pigeon pose. So we'll take the weight forward into plank again, and then bringing the right knee to right elbow, cross the foot over, plant the knee beside the right wrist, extend that back leg, sit nice and tall. Spend a moment just getting yourself into the right position. So you should be feeling the stretch through your right hip, your right glutes. However, if you've got very tight hip flexors, you might find the front of your left hip, so that crease might be the tightest bit here. Just play around with your hips till you get the stretch where you need it. And when you're ready, slowly make your way down to your elbows. And if you're comfortable doing so, forehead on the mat, extend the arms out in front of you. Very slowly make your way back to your elbows, back to your hands. And then if you're comfortable doing so, bending the left knee and holding the ankle on the outside. Remember, you can use your left hand here like I am, but if you find it's better for balance, you can always take the right hand behind you, but just do what works for you. Release the foot, plant the hands down, take the right leg up to the ceiling, give it a shake. While we're here, we're going to then flip that over to the left side. So you're cocking that right leg over to the left, stacking the right hip on top of the left, drawing that left heel down to the floor. And bring that top leg back into downward dog. And then we'll do the other side. So bring the weight forward into plank again, this time left knee to left elbow. And down into position. Just observe if there's any differences of where you feel tension on either side, no judgment, just observe. If, like me, you do have quite tight hips, and this is such a good one for how you can have so much awareness of the impact the breath can have on your comfort and ease into pose. The more stressed you are, the more tense you are, the less benefit you're actually going to get from the pose. So the more you can use the out breath just to relax and ease in, let your body just do the work. Your body needs to trust you a bit more. That's where the breath comes in. We'll slowly make our way down to our elbows. And then extending the arms, forehead on the mat, if that's comfortable for you. Okay, so slowly back to your elbows, back to your hand, this time bending the right knee and holding the ankle. Release the foot, plant the hands down, left leg up to the ceiling, give it a shake, and then we'll cock it over to the right and draw that right heel down to the floor. And back into downward dog, give it a nice pedal out here. And then just drop onto your knees and we'll take a rest in child's pose. So just bringing it down onto your heels, forehead onto the mat. When you're ready, slowly bring it up, vertebra by vertebra. Roll the shoulders back. Okay, take the weight forward, cross the feet over, rolling back onto your bum. Shimmy to the centre of the mat if you so wish. We're going to go into incline plane now. So sitting on your bum, legs out in front of you. The one where we breathe in and take the arms back. So as you breathe in, shoulders to your ears, roll the shoulders back and place the hands behind you. Got hyperextension, turn the hands the other way round. Then as we breathe in, raising the hips up, pointing the toes. You can either look up to the ceiling or you can drop your head down, whichever is more comfortable for you. Keep those hips lifted. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep them lifted. 4, 3, 2, 1. Look to your feet first and make your way down. Excellent. Give those wrists a really good shake out there. Release any tension you might have. And we're going to shimmy the bums forward, keeping the knees bent, make our way down onto our backs. I'm going to go into half bridge now. So feet and knees hip width apart, draw the heels close enough so that if you're stretching, you can just touch your heels with your fingertips. Then relax and rest your arms by your side, palms face down. And then breathing in, taking those hips up to the ceiling, rolling the weight back onto your shoulders here. And you're aiming for your knees to stay in line with your hips. Try and keep looking up to the ceiling, and if you want to interlink your fingers behind your back, then do so. It helps tuck the shoulders in and gets you a little bit higher with the hips. So you're really working the glutes here and your thighs. Keep taking some nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. An alternative for arm position here, you can raise those arms above the head if you wish. The weight should be on your shoulders, so keep focusing on what you're doing there and keeping those hips lifted. And then if you have your hands interlinked or above your head, bring them back down by your side. And then vertebra by vertebra, very slowly, push the spine, work the spine as you make your way down. So you feel each part of your back slowly connect with the mat. And then when you're done, we'll go into air release and pose. So knees to chest, nose to knees, hug it nice and tight. Okay, so we're going to rest the head back on the mat. Release the feet, keeping the knees bent so the feet are on the mat. We're going to do the isolated hamstring stretch. So just resting your arms by your side. We're going to start by taking the right leg up to the ceiling. So the right leg goes straight up and then flex your foot. And then using just your thigh alone, draw that leg. So the knee and the leg are working their way towards your head. That direction, by the way, not actually getting to your head. So you should feel your hamstrings all the way up the back of your right leg doing the work here. Your hands are not involved. And release the foot, plant it down. And then we'll do the other side. So left leg up, flex the foot, drawing that leg towards you. And release that foot, plant it down. Take the arms out to the side, 90 degrees from your body, palms facing down. And then we're going to start by just keeping the feet on the floor and window wipering our knees side to side. Bring them back to centre. Now you can carry on doing that if you wish, but if you wish to have more of an abdominal workout, start by really getting that lower back pressed into the ground. So you're almost tucking the hips upwards, if that makes sense. Tucking your pelvis under maybe. And then taking the feet off the floor. So your feet are at right angles, so knees above hips. And then what we're going to do is just very slowly, with control, take the knees over to the side, but don't touch the floor. And then what you're aiming to do is use your abdominals to bring them back up to centre. So if you find yourself using your arms to bring your knees up, then just don't take your knees down quite so low. Keep going at a pace that works for you. Remembering to press that lower spine into the mat. Slow and steady means it's more intense for you. And then one more time on the other side. And we'll bring it back up to centre. And then from here we'll go into happy baby. So bringing the knees towards your chest but parting them. Feet up to the ceiling or the sky, depending where you're practicing. Hands on the inside holding the bottoms of your feet or the outside rails of your feet, whichever's comfortable for you. So we're opening up the hips here, and you can stay still or you can gently rock side to side. Make it work for you. And then releasing the feet, extend the legs, raising the arms above the head, full body stretch here. Nice deep breaths, really stretch your body. And then releasing the arms by your side. We're just going to do a little relaxation. So taking your legs hip or mat width apart. And just let your feet rest out to the side. Tuck your shoulder blades under. Arms resting by your side, palms facing up. And just let your fingers naturally curl. Gently close your eyes and take some nice deep breaths here. Really have awareness of the tummy rising on the in-breath and falling on the out-breath. Using the out-breath to release any tension. You have no need to hold yourself right now. Feel your connection with the ground. Feel the support you have. Maybe bringing us back to the start where we talked about the energy that you may wish today. Connect with that energy and how it's going to serve you on your journey throughout your day. On your in-breath, pay attention to your feet, and on the out-breath, relax your feet. On the in-breath, focus on your legs, and on the out-breath, relax your legs. On the in-breath, focus on your spine, and on the out-breath, relax your spine. On the in-breath, focus on your arms, and on your out-breath, relax your arms. In-breath, focus on your head and shoulders. And on the out-breath, relax your head and shoulders. On the in-breath, focus on your whole body. And on the out-breath, relax your whole body. If you have the time to stay in Shavasana, please do so. Otherwise, very slowly roll onto your right side. And when you're ready, slowly bringing yourself into a seated position. Thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you enjoyed the class. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your journey through your day. And I look forward to seeing you next week. So thank you.